If you thought Game of Thrones was afraid to go down the fantasy rabbit hole, then do I have a show for you. Amazon Prime's Carnival Row is unapologetically a fantasy show through and through. Carnival Row follows the story of Philo, a police detective, and Vignette, his estranged lover, as the pair look into a rising fae, or non-human, body count. But really, we buried the lead. The show stars Orlando Bloom and Cara Delevingne. Do you need more than that? Really? This guy's in it too. I forget his name, but I love him in every show he's in. Set in the fictional city of the Burg, Carnival Row has surprising depth. It takes a look at the relationship between humans and non-humans, as a large number of Fae have had to emigrate into the Burg following a war in their home country. Orlando Bloom's character is only one of a handful of humans who treat the Fae as equals, but it does not make his life any easier. Also not making his life any easier is his relationship with his estranged lover, Vignette. Unfortunately, this storyline was a bit of a miss for Carnival Row. After alluding to a very complicated backstory between the two characters, the show decided to have a full episode layout, go back in time, and clear everything up. Mystery solved. But really for me, this was more of a missed opportunity. This is a storyline that really should have gone on throughout the entire season with breadcrumbs and questions as to what really happened between these two characters that left them at odds. Instead, they checked the box, moved on to the next storyline. But what Carnival Row doesn't shy away from is fantasy. We're talking legends, prophecies, magical creatures, dark magic, and of course, the new crux for fantasy series, incestuous relationships. The show is not afraid of the genre in any way, shape, or form, and actually leans into some of the common tropes that you normally read about in fantasy. But no one else is really doing it on TV like they are. Not that it's new or inventive, but just with the production arm that Amazon's putting behind them. The only glaring criticism I have from season 1 of Carnival Row is the atrocious foreshadowing. The big bad of this first season you could see from a mile away, so when they revealed it, it had zero punch. This character was supposed to be working from the shadows the entire season, but you knew who it was, and at that point they should have made a decision to either bring the character out of the shadows or have an actual turn at the end, instead of what we all saw coming. All that being said, Carnival Row is a fun fantasy show with, again, Amazon's typical high production value. Really, you're coming to just watch the stars act, and isn't that what it's really all about? Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for the next review, or whatever.